welcome to the Farmcast.
How's it going, guys? How are we doing today?
Oh, not too bad. Not too
doing
bad.
all right.
Okay, well, you're going to be doing a lot better because we've got a great episode today. We're talking Kanye West.
On
real
Ja?
shit. On fucking Ja. And yeah, I think we're all big Kanye fans here, you know? Just like ready to spew some knowledge.
I mean,
spew
I
some,
would make the argument greatest of all time, but that's something we can get into.
Okay,
Just a little bit.
there you go. So we are going to be ranking Kanye West albums today, and that is the hardest challenge ever. I think we can all agree while we were making the list for this episode, it's fucking hard. Like, it's just hard to...
It seemed super easy when I started it out, but then I looked at it and I was like, well, actually, I like this one. You know, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
It's it was a lot of inner reflection, and it made me think a lot about my life choices, and it was a real moment of existential dread when I had to put certain albums over the other. But I think I finally compiled the list, and I'm ready to deliver it.
Okay, hell yeah. So I'm gonna kick it off and just list mine now, and I've been pretty excited for this because I feel pretty strongly, and I think basically this list changes as the day passes. It's different all the time. It's different every week. It's different every month. It's really whatever I'm feeling. So my top 4 albums, you can literally put
Wait, you're gonna
them in any
go
order.
top to bottom or bottom to top?
I'm going top to bottom.
Okay.
And these top 4 that I'm about to, again, they are all, in my opinion, like 10 out of 10 amazing albums. Could be put in any order. Specifically, if we were doing this episode in May, Graduation would be my number 1. In May, I love, like, it's starting to get light out, and it's starting to get warmer. Summer's about to begin. I love listening to Graduation then. If you ask me, like, around December, Yeezus would probably be up there pretty high. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy would be up there. For some reason, around fall, College Dropout's, like, my favorite one. So, again, this can really change. But we're doing this episode in February, and my number 1 is The Life of Pablo.
Let's go.
Okay.
I love it.
It is not... this is like the first time where I'm like realizing like this is my favorite album. This is my favorite Kanye album. I was re-listening to it today. There are so many fucking good songs on there that are some of Kanye's best music. And I think the knee-jerk reaction when it came out was that it's a messy album, which it totally is. But I think if you embrace it for what it is so fucking good.
Well, and I think a big thing about it when it dropped too, it's a lot different than the final release ended up being. Like the famous Kanye tweet, "I'ma fix wolves."
Yeah.
So obviously he went back in and he kind of had a few different editions of it.
Mm-hmm. Which I think he improved most of the album when he did that.
Yeah.
But I actually don't like the edition he did on Famous when they have the beat switch to the awesome, amazing, like, bum, 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 with Swizz Beatz talking over it. The original cut was more like out of nowhere, and I actually really liked that, so I was really bummed when he made it more subtle. But I get it. I get why he did it. But this album, my fucking god, starts off with Ultralight Beam going into Father Stretch My Hands Part 1. That has to be one of the best ways to start an album ever. It's just that fucking good. The highlights in this album, FML, Waves, even though I don't fuck with Chris Brown, Famous is amazing, 30 Hours, it is so, and not even Silver's, yes, and I'll get to that in a second.
Number 1.
But like, and then my favorite, probably starting to turn into my favorite Kanye song, is No More Parties in LA. Holy fuck.
Fire.
And like, so we get glimpses of Kanye, like, old rapping, great bars, also some shit bars, not gonna overview that, but he is at his creative peak, throwing shit at the wall here, and oh my god, is it beautiful. It is amazing. I love this album, and that's why I'm feeling like it's my number 1 now. It just turned 4 years old. But then also, as you kind of said, Fenner, the memes around this album are better than any album I've ever seen. This is the best memed album ever. Easy. Like, Silver Surfer intermission, or interlude, whatever it is.
Say it right.
Yeezy, what's good? Oh my god. The memes around it, the era, Kanye
love
was at his
Kanye.
most meme.
Silver
I love
Surfer in the
Kanye.
flesh.
Yeah.
Yes, I love Kanye too. Like, he literally just memes himself on the album. I also love the whole, like, St. Pablo aesthetic that he was going with. Everything about this time period. It was good times. And I think now that we've had current day Kanye, it makes me appreciate this even more. So that's my number one. That's the longest spiel I'll go on, but I do fucking love that album. Number two, pretty safe. Not going to talk too much about it. College Dropout. It's just a classic. It's so soulful and just really, like, I guess he's really open and humble, and I don't know. It's interesting going back to this album now that we've had, like, years of Kanye fucking making, like, Yeezus. But amazing classic album. Right behind it, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Holy shit, that album's also fucking perfect. Not a bad song on it. The collaborations on it, the long tracks, every song being long as fuck is actually pretty awesome. And Devil in a New Dress, it's crazy how Kanye can take the best out of artists like fucking Rick Ross. And then number four, which used to be my number one, shows how much this can change, is Graduation. It's just so good. So fucking good. Again, I like listening to it like on nice sunny days, start of summer. That's like my top tier. Those can be put in any order. But right behind that, I've got Late Registration. It's basically College Dropout 2.0 with a few differences. That's the only real complaint I have against it. Right behind that, I have Yeezus. Yeezus is fucking awesome. Best album to, like, go nuts to and work out to. Fucking awesome. And then right behind that, I have Ye. I really like Ye. It's a great album. My only complaint is really it's just really short. And the intro's a little
nothing
weird.
wrong with a short album. Kanye's made a couple good ones.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. And I do like it. And really the reason why I could have put it higher. I kind of felt like I could have put it over Yeezus. But I think I overall like Yeezus more. But Ghost Town itself carries the album up to being great. And then the bottom two, second to last, is 808s and Heartbreak. I get that will hurt a couple people. I know a lot of people love that album.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But using the defense that it's an influential album does not make me enjoy it more than I did before. And it's the one that I go back to the least of like the last couple Kanye albums.
You're just not sad enough. I think that's your.
I've been wrong. You know me. That's very wrong. I don't think it's great as like everyone like, oh, I'm sad, play 808s. It's a good album, obviously, but I don't think it's like as fucking amazing as people make it sound. Plus, the album literally starts off with its best stuff and goes downhill with every song.
You're telling me that when you're at a party, you don't want to hear everybody hammering out street lights and getting real turned up.
Sign me up for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I? Me and the boys singing Pinocchio story.
Yeah. Oh my god. But yeah, I just don't think the highlights of the album match up with any of the highlights of the albums I've just talked about. The best songs being the first two, which are great songs, but don't even touch the best on the other albums I've mentioned. Anyways, that's my little 808s rant. I think it's a little overhyped, a little overrated. And then at the bottom, really easy to put this one at last, Jesus is King. I like some of the sounds on here, but oh my god, if I have to hear him talk about Jesus is this, Jesus walk through us, Jesus, get the fuck out of here. It sounds amazing, but I don't want to hear about God and how much you love God, and I don't want you fucking bringing Pusha T in the studio and telling him not to have premarital sex. Like, get out of here. So that's an easy last place for me. That's my list. It could change tomorrow. Yeah, that's what I've got going. What do you guys think of that? Any comments?
You want to recap it one more time?
So, The Life of Pablo, College Dropout, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Graduation, Late Registration, Yeezus, Ye, 808s, and Jesus is King.
Okay. Last place, I definitely fuck with that as your last place.
God, come on the
I think it's an
podcast and
easy
defend
one.
your honor, you coward.
True.
Yeah, bring Jesus up here.
You're gonna talk behind God's back like that?
Yeah. God, come on, you fucking...
Yeah, you should square up if you can't
pussy.
take it.
That's right.
Yeah. Come on, defend yourself. But yeah, I don't know if you guys don't have any initial comments outside of that. Fenner, you want to give us your list?
Sure. First, number one, of course, like Zach said, this was super hard for me, and it changes. Like, literally tomorrow you could ask me, and it'd be almost a completely different list, like the order, obviously.
Yeah.
But number one, I have The College Dropout, which might be a very, like, status quo type pick, however you want to say that. But
That's fine.
it is the album. It is the album I find myself coming back to listen the most, which is kind of how, like, when I was thinking about it, it's like, well, what album do I go back and listen to most often? Because I kind of have the same.
That's exactly how I thought of it.
I have the same, like, sort of tier system. Like, there's a top tier for sure, then there's a middle tier, and then a bottom tier that I honestly don't go back and listen to really at all. But we'll get to that.
Okay.
College Dropout has my favorite Kanye West song of all time, "All Falls Down," which I don't know if that's a hot take or not.
I like
but
that take.
song.
I don't think that's a hot take.
That song's fantastic.
Yo.
It's been sampled a couple times too. I don't know. It's just a fantastic song.
Like once or twice.
Yeah. Number 2 and number 3 were super hard for me. They are super interchangeable for me. But number 2 right now I have Yay, because I can listen to that album front to back.
Okay, yeah.
2 or 3 times in a row and not get sick of it, depending on what mood I'm in. Ghost Town is right up there for, like, definitely a top 5 Kanye song for me. I also really like the song I Thought About Killing You, which I don't know if that says anything about me, but I really fuck with that song.
I agree. Yeah, it's just a weird intro.
It is a weird intro, but I like it. It gets you in the right headspace, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's such a good tone setter for that album, too. It just, it really, because the whole thing is obviously about the manic and the bipolar disorder. It's just, it's, I think it sets the tone super for that album.
Yeah. Then 3, I have My
And
Beautiful
he called
Dark
the Muslims.
Twist.
Sorry, he called the Muslims.
He did.
Hello? Is this Muslims? It's Kanye.
I'm about to go dumb.
Yeah. Thank you for the warning, Kanye.
Thank you, Mr. Ye.
Yeah. Anyways, go on.
My number 3 is My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, which for the longest time, like I'd say like my junior and senior year of high school, this was like my all-time favorite album ever. Just because every single song is amazing. You know, so.
Yeah, it's up there.
Also, I like Runaway. I love Pusha T. And Pusha T and Kanye, like, together are fantastic. Number 4, I have The Life of Pablo.
Okay.
I don't know, not much to say about that Zach didn't say, but I really like Real Friends. That's probably my favorite song off the album, followed by No More Parties in L.A.
Yeah, I didn't even mention. I forgot about Real Friends. That's how fucking good that album is.
That's such a good song, man.
Oh, it's so good.
Number 5, this is where I like. So those first 4 are kind of like my tier 1, where they can kind of change. They're super interchangeable. The numbering isn't super strict for me. But number 5, I have Yeezus. I love Yeezus. It's a perfect album to get me fucking hyped up to do anything.
Oh yeah.
I also actually like. I go back and listen to that like a lot, like more than I thought I ever would when I first started listening to it. But number 6, I have Graduation.
Okay.
It's an awesome feel-good album. I don't know.
Yeah.
Good Life, Can't Tell Me Nothing, Good Morning.
Good Morning's so good. Yeah.
Yeah, Good Morning's fantastic. Number 7, I have Late Registration, which I'm going to be honest with you. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't listened to that album in probably 2 years. The only 2 songs I could remember, like without looking at the track list, were Gone and Gold Digger. But I mean, I think it's good. I think. Okay. I actually think, because I'm not 100% positive.
I think you got to go back to it.
Very good.
No,
I think I will. I
did.
I like this week. I was listening to it, and that was just the one I got to last. I don't know.
Okay.
I'll have a lot to say about that album.
All right. Number 8, I have 808s and Heartbreak. I honestly just don't really like it.
Okay. You already know how I feel.
Sad.
Yeah. No, I like Heartless. I actually do really fuck with Heartless. But other than that, I don't know if there's a song that I ever really go back and listen to on that album. And number
808s
9,
Walked So Drake Could Run.
Not a big Drake guy.
That's a bad. That's a bad.
It's true.
It's
It's
not.
very true.
It's
Incredibly
not,
true.
but
He
it's
literally,
okay.
which song did he sample in his breakout mixtape? Was that "Say You Will"?
It's
One of his.
No,
that was
he
one of the first
sampled,
songs that even landed him on the map. He literally walked so he could run.
Okay, that is a stretch. That's. I'm gonna hold off on that one. That is
Drake samples everybody. I don't know.
Yeah, that's just Drake.
Yeah. Number 9 obviously is Jesus is King. All in all,
Yo.
I just hate the album. I'm not a religious guy, so like
Yeah.
I don't like feeling like I'm being berated with somebody's beliefs constantly, and that's just what it felt like listening to that album. But I do really like you said, I like a lot of the sounds. Like I like what he's like doing, but the lyrics I can't stand. So
No,
I
yeah.
do
And
actually
that's
I do
literally
like Sela. How do you pronounce
Salah.
that? Yeah, Sela. I do actually kind of like that song.
No, that's a good song. Yeah.
But yeah, that's my
Okay.
list.
You want to recap it one more
I
time?
respect it.
Yes. Okay. So number 1, I have College Dropout. 2, Yay. 3, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. 4, The Life of Pablo. 5, Yeezus. 6, Graduation. 7, Late Registration. 8, 808s and Heartbreak. And following up the rear, Jesus is King.
Okay.
Good list. Good list. I don't know. I respect the Yay take. I wasn't expecting that, but I respect it.
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
love
a great-
Yay. And,
that
and
is a
actually,
great album.
I did forget to mention this. So I don't know if it's just like me getting older and my attention span's getting worse, or like the digital age or whatever the fuck you want to say.
Oh, boomers.
But like,
boys.
yeah, right. But I do really like short albums. I don't know why.
I agree.
Like when I see
actually
an album
completely
with
agree.
24 tracks on it, I'm not going to sit down and listen to that whole thing.
Oh,
You know
I
what
will.
mean?
I'll listen to the whole thing.
Nah, I can't do that.
No, I am completely with Fenner on this one because you just have so many bloated fucking releases that are coming out now. It's like, I don't want to listen to an hour and a half of music. How about you just trim the fat and give me like 45,
Give me 7 good songs.
Give me 45 minutes or something of your best stuff. That's what I actually want to be hearing.
Right.
That's the middle ground, though. I don't like the idea that like it has to be short as hell, because I like a middle ground between like 35 to 50 minutes if it's like a Kendrick making the album. But for most artists, I like 40 minutes. 20 minutes to 30 is pushing. That's too short, I think, for like a whole album.
You only want it to be like
I don't know. It
two
depends.
and a half.
Like the Baby's album, the Baby's newest album was like 29 minutes, and I mean,
Yeah, that's
I like
good
the
for
Baby and it was
DaBaby.
bangers. Right, that's what I mean. I think
Yeah.
it depends. Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. Like with Kendrick, his new album, I expect a full 50-minute album. And that's what I want, because it's been a couple of years. But like DaBaby, yeah, I would be happy if he only put out 30-minute albums.
Well, and the thing
so
with-
it does matter.
And the thing with Kendrick, it's like, you know, at least if you're getting a 50-something minute album, you know it's going to be jam-packed, that it's going to be good.
Yeah.
I don't want, what? How long was Scorpion? Wasn't that like fucking an hour
it was
and
an
a half
hour and a
at
half.
least?
Yeah, it was
like,
an hour and a half.
Don't give me a quote-unquote playlist. Don't give me something bloated like that. It's just a waste
Yeah.
of my time.
The-
I don't want to
the
dig
only-
through songs just to find like the one or two actual things that aren't trash.
I agree, and Scorpion is the best example of a trash, bloated album. But I think Drake kind of had and you kind of mentioned this, Drake was kind of, I think, if you're going to make a bloated, long album like that, put a shit ton of people on it. And I think he did that on More Life, and I think it helped. the
More
album.
Life was an hour and 21 minutes, and my
Yeah.
God, did it feel like an hour.
I think that's like his best example of making a long album, only because he just put a ton of people on it.
Playlist.
Like it helped break it up, because I just that's why Scorpion was so bad. There were barely any features on it, and it's just long. Every song sucked. Not every song, but a lot of them did. So
Yeah,
I
you
just
could
think there's
say
a middle
every-
ground there.
Scorpion.
No, there
is
are
that
some
a Drake
good songs
album?
on-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it had Nice for What.
Stinks.
I love that song. Nice
I
for
do like
What's
Nice
a
for
good
What.
song.
Yeah. got a
There
long
are
list,
good.
yeah.
There are 4 good songs on that album. Granted, it's also a 20
Scorpion
track album.
is 25 songs, and it is exactly an hour and a half. Get the fuck
Holy
out of here.
shit.
No.
Yeah, that
can't do
that
that.
is we could almost make an episode about Drake. That is his worst album and most insulting album.
Though
That
he does have a song
disgrace.
titled March 14th on that, which has
yeah.
to be about him playing Fortnite.
Oh yeah.
Cared about that on that day way more than this kid's birthday, but
Yeah,
hey.
he's just talking about Ninja and playing
he's got-
Fortnite.
That's
got
a
the mic-
song? He
Yeah.
actually talks about that?
No, it's about
No,
that's
no.
like the day that's his child's birthday. Which
But it's
is
also when he played
really,
Fortnite
really
with
funny
Ninja.
because that's also the day he did the Fortnite thing. So instead of being with his kid on his birthday
Yeah.
before Pusha T announced it, he was just playing Fortnite with Ninja.
Yeah. Fuck it, I'm gonna play Fortnite. See ya, Didion.
All right, I'm ready to
But
get
yeah,
into my
Kyle,
list.
you wanna? Yep. Also,
right.
I do want to say though, just because I am a little, I just think your take about that is wrong about Drake, because literally his first mixtape came out in 2007, 808s came out in 2008. I just think that's a wrong take.
I'm saying it
That
was
is
one of the
just-
first big breakthrough ones for him, though. That still came.
I mean,
real,
I don't
real
know.
early.
He had like Replacement Girl on that first mixtape. He had a couple like
He had
big
a
songs
bunch
on
that
that
were
first
already
mixtape.
big.
Well,
yeah.
it's not just him sampling that one song. It was. I'll go into it when I talk about 808s, but that was the aesthetic of it. Really, because obviously that was one of the first real sad boy rap albums that did as well as it did, with all the auto tune and everything, and that's exactly what a lot of Drake's early days were. But we'll go into that. We'll shelf
Yeah.
that for now.
Okay.
So
I'll wait.
we'll start out with my number one, which is also The Life of Pablo. So I'm agreeing with Zach.
Oh
Okay.
shit!
Yeah.
Oh, I did not expect that.
No,
okay,
it
hell
took
yeah.
it
did
took
I.
me a while, a few years to really come
Yeah.
to this conclusion, but it's the one I always go back to the most. And I mean, like the beginning of that album is if you're not almost brought to tears with Ultralight Beam, you don't have feelings. You
No,
don't
I'm
feel
so with that.
that transition into Father Stretch My Hands. Oh my God, it's so damn beautiful. Famous. I don't have to say anything that hasn't
You
already
don't
been
have
said.
to. That's amazing.
I'm skipping over lowlights every single time.
I play it. Fuck
Oh,
it.
no.
I'm going. I love the lowlights into highlights. I actually really like that.
As soon as
If I'm sitting down and listening to an album, I'm not skipping any tracks.
I'm skipping
listening
that
to the
every damn
album.
time.
I'm not. I actually love the beat that's behind the weird like talking. I actually love that beat.
I don't need to. As soon as I hear the "Give me a testimony about my life," I skip.
You want me to give a testimony about my life?
No.
See,
No, I don't think
fuck
I
with
will.
that. I actually love that going into highlights.
But what I do love after that, Freestyle 4 fucking bangs. I
Yo.
love Freestyle 4. He's just going absolutely manic. I absolutely love that song. So,
It being called Freestyle 4 is fucking sick, too.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck you, you
What
are
the fuck
getting
right
1, 2,
now?
and 3.
fuck in the middle of this motherfucking dinner table.
Yo.
Obviously, Waves great. Chris Brown go fuck himself, but Waves
Yep.
Waves is amazing. The Real Friends, it's oh man, I love Real Friends.
So good.
FML, fantastic.
Yeah.
I love Frank's track After Wolves too. It's that weird like somber Frank Ocean. I don't know. It's just so good.
I just wish it was part of the just Wolves. I wish it was just one big song. I don't. That's the only complaint.
Yeah, but it's there. So if you're not skipping anything in the album, anyways.
No, yeah, no, I get that. It's just like if like I add it to a playlist, I like it being at the end.
To be, I mean, I won't bring up what we've already talked about. You know, we've already brought up No More Parties. I have nothing
Yep.
to say that hasn't already been said. That's probably the best party banger that's on it. Then the whole album. Fade is fantastic. All the guest vocals. It's got that sick little bass line. And I think Saint Pablo, which was it was added retroactively, but I think it's still like the perfect ending for that album.
Absolutely.
And yeah, so Life of Pablo is definitely my number one. And my number two is it's actually going to be My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I struggle with this one a little bit because depending on the day, I feel like I could move it up, I could move it down a couple spots, but its high highs are so good that like Dark Fantasy is, I think, by far the best opener on any Kanye album in general. with Nicki Minaj.
I think I still like Ultralight Beam a little bit more.
I love Ultralight Beam, but I think Dark Fantasy is like, it really captures, I think, everything Kanye is. It's got the fusion of different genres. It's got the weird Nicki Minaj British reading a poem in the beginning. It's just got a little bit of everything. He's got awesome bars on it. It's just beautiful. And
it is the best way to start that album.
Yeah. I absolutely love it. I mean,
is there, because I think that was Zach. What was your number 2?
My number 2 was College Dropout.
Oh, it was.
Beautiful
Okay, because I was
Dark
gonna
Fantasy
say
was 3.
3. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, so it's all like it's in our top 3s. I'm not sure about Becker's yet, but is there one song on the album you like skip if you listen to that album?
I skip all the lights.
Oh, I guess that's fair.
Yeah,
It kind of
I
got
do.
overplayed. Like
I
don't
that
know.
song.
It was overplayed. I agree. I don't hate that take.
No, I don't hate the song. I'll listen to it because I do think it is a good song, but it did get super annoying when that album came out. 'Cause that was like the radio hit.
Yeah.
If I'm skipping one over, and that's a pretty big if, it's Blame Game. I think so. That's
Ooh,
the only
hot
one that I'd
take.
skip.
I love that song. I will just
about it,
listen to
Becker.
it
Talk
until
about
the end, just to hear like
about
Chris Rock just spew his bars.
That is
It's
so
great
bad.
meme potential.
Oh yeah,
It's trash.
speak for yourself.
I'll play the first half.
I'll play the second half. I love that second half. It's so goddamn
So-
funny.
It is dumb, but
Monster's
I
a
love it.
banger, minus Jay-Z's awful bars. I mean, that is some of the cringiest, corniest shit ever Jay-Z's ever put on the mic. It's tough. It's real tough.
King Kong.
But I love it. But I love it. And that's the thing. It's so bad that it just ends up being so much fun, and that
Yeah.
I still end up listening to it anyways. Devil in a New
Jay-Z.
Dress. I think.
Hey Jay-Z, we're making a song about monsters. Oh, I've got a shit ton of them that I know.
Say no more.
Yeah.
Goblin
Anyways,
Ghoul, a
continue.
zombie with no conscience. I think Devil in a New Dress, probably the best song in the whole album. I think a lot of people have been coming to that too. Power is fantastic. A lot of people would probably put that, but Devil in a New Dress with that slick guitar solo in the beginning, Rick Ross's best bars ever. It's just such a complete song. So Appalled, and I think it's very topical. It's very relevant.
Yeah.
The fuck Donald Trump in the beginning, basically, and
Let's talk politics.
yeah,
Enough with Kanye.
well, yeah. It's just funny to see where Kanye was and then kind of ended up.
Right.
After that he just ended up being a big MAGA guy, which is something else. But yeah, So Appalled is awesome. It's just angry, it's dirty, it's grimy, it's fantastic. Yeah, I think that's about what I'll say for my beautiful dark twisted fantasy. Number 3, I got a hot take. That's this one. I actually have late registration number 3.
Okay.
And you have that above College Dropout?
I do.
Interesting.
I think the biggest reason for it is like all of the background beats and everything. It's all like, it's just this like big orchestra that he got in order to record for this one. So everything has these like string and like brass backings, and I just think they sound so fucking cool. Like, Heard Him Say it into Touch the Sky is fantastic. Gold Digger is a great song that is just, I've heard way too many times, but
Yeah.
it's still a good song. Honestly, the only songs I really don't like are, I don't know, maybe just Drive Slow. Every other song.
Oh, I
think
love Drive Slow.
Yeah, and that's not even bad. It's just, I think, compared to the rest of the album, because I think Crack Music is a sweet song. Roses might be his most powerful song. He's talking about his grandma dying and everything. I think that's just, it's such an emotional, hard-hitting song, and just like the background vocals, it feels that it's got that great gospel feel that felt actually part of the song and not just a novelty like it was in fucking Jesus is King. But yeah, I think it's just amazing. And then
Okay, Kyle. Can I ask you something real quick?
yeah,
Because I know you told me I should go back and listen to it. If I'm going to go back and listen to it and check out 3 songs outside of Gone and Gold Digger, which ones would they be?
that's tough.
I say
But
Touch the Sky.
You have
I
to
think
listen to
that's the
Touch the
best song.
Sky.
Yeah,
Touch the Sky?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's.
I would
that's
say
probably my
Roses
favorite
is number 1. You have to hear Roses. It's so damn beautiful. I mean, it's just fantastic.
I'd also
Diamonds
put
from
Hey
Sierra
Mom.
Leone bangs. Hey Mama, yeah, that's a tough one too.
Yeah.
They're both so emotional. Yeah, that is tough.
Roses, Touch the Sky, and Hey Mama.
I would put Diamonds from
I
Sierra
would just
Leone.
listen to the whole album, honestly.
Just
It's
listen to the whole
very
album?
great.
Okay, all right.
I agree. I think you really do need to go back. I think it just kind of gets overshadowed by College Dropout, and
Okay.
I think a lot of people kind of forgot about it in that sense. But I think it's even better, and that's just my personal opinion. But so that
It is in the notes.
in the notes. That being said, number 4, I do have the College Dropout there. It's still a fucking amazing album. I mean, it's just got so many classic songs.
Yes.
Yeah, good album.
Yeah, I agree.
Jesus Walks is fucking amazing. New Workout Plan is one of the coolest, most unique songs Kanye ever did. It's got that like cool ass string thing in the background. It's so cool.
Yeah.
I love that song.
And while we're talking about College Dropout, I kind of skimmed over it. I do want to mention Family Business. is
Yes.
one of
Family
if not
Business
the
is
best
so
Kanye song.
good.
Yeah, I felt like we couldn't talk College Dropout without bringing that up because that is
No.
like the best.
Family Business,
Going
you
back,
feeling.
like when I think it was like 2 years ago, Kanye started doing like, I don't know, he seemed like he was popping up like kind of all over like social media, like when he was flying with his chorus, you know what I mean, or choir. I don't know when exactly that was, but there was a
Yeah.
video of him on the airplane singing Jesus Walks with the choir in the background, and I probably watched that video maybe 300 times.
Okay, can you tell me? Do you know like what that was with? Do you know what show that was associated with? Can you tell me?
Show?
When he is, I know exactly what you're talking about. The real funny man, James Corden, was doing
Oh,
that.
I mean, I just
Instead
I-
of carpool karaoke, it was plain
Oh,
karaoke.
James Corden was
Yep.
sitting next to
Yeah.
him.
delete
Yeah.
this nephew.
So
I
I just want to
just- I
say,
just remember-
your favorite Kanye video is the one with James.
I never
Corden.
said it was my favorite video.
This is tough.
It's a video I watch a lot, dude. Regardless
Okay.
of if James Corden's in that just goes to show how much I
Okay.
love Kanye.
Okay.
He's
That's
so
fine.
good, it actually overshadows how cringy James Corden is.
yeah. I just like the idea that you've watched a James Corden video like 300 times.
I think it.
Can't
I
get
think it
enough.
more goes. I think
Yeah,
it says
yeah.
more about Kanye West. I didn't even remember James Corden was in that video.
Okay. Your YouTube feed had to have just been filled with.
It was just like I saw
karaoke
somebody. No, I
suggestions.
saw somebody like share it on Twitter or something like that. You
Oh,
know,
okay.
so
The
it
only
was like
way.
a random account had tweeted it out and it got a shit ton of retweets or whatever. You know.
I
Okay.
also don't think you can talk about College Dropout without Through the Wire.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
that has got to be one of the most
Iconic.
unique ideas for a song ever.
Yeah.
It's so damn cool. Just mumbling and through that whole album, it's
Yeah.
cool as hell. So my number 5, I'm actually putting Yeezus number 5 because going by the theme I said earlier, Yeezus walked so Death Grips could run. Don't at me. It's undisputed.
Okay. Yeah.
You hear On Sight and you are ready to run through a brick wall. That going into Black Skinhead. Oh my God, you're feeling on cloud 9. It's just so. The bars, they're a little questionable. They're
Highly questionable.
very questionable. Yeah, he's got some not politically correct bars, but hey, that's fine because this shit hits. And I Am a God. It sucks, but they just gotta hurry up with
Oh,
the
it
damn
does
croissant.
That does not
Yeah, I
suck.
was gonna say it doesn't suck at all.
I love that song.
Yep.
New Slaves is awesome. I love me some New Slaves.
Blood on the Leaves.
Yep.
Blood on the Leaves is my favorite song on the album. It's close. That, Hold My Liquor, and Bound to.
Yep.
I have them pretty equal standing, but they're all kind of different vibes. Different.
Yep.
You don't really listen to them the same time, but yeah, no, I just think Yeezus is just its high highs are so good that it kind of makes up for the a little bit of the lows every once in a while. But yeah, if I'm ever needing to get hyped up, run through a brick wall, I'm throwing on some Yeezus. Number 6, I have Ye. I love Ye. I hated putting it so far down on the list because I do listen to Ye a lot. But I just had to put the other ones above it. And Ghost Town, one of the best songs Kanye West has ever made. I mean, that
Yep.
He could have just released that if the whole album played that 7 times. I'd be listening just as much, if not more. Yeah. Violent Crimes is a great ending to that album. Yikes is just, it goes hard. Yeah, Ye's just a cool-ass album. Mm-hmm. Number 7 is now, this is where I'm putting 808s.
Okay.
Oh,
and
I remember you said there's going to be something that pisses me off. And I know what it is now.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Number 8. We'll get there.
We'll get there. Number 7, 808s, and it's perfect sad boy fodder, but you got to be in a certain kind of mood to listen to it. The heavy use of auto-tune is unlike anything he ever really did prior or after. Amazing songs like that, Heartless, Say You Will. I just think it carries the album. And Streetlights, one of the best sad boy bangers of all time. But, like, Pinocchio Story stinks. RoboCop stinks.
I'm glad you pointed that out, because RoboCop does suck. Re-listening to that song did not age well. It's a bad song.
Yeah, it did not age well. And honestly, neither did See You in My Nightmares.
Man.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not looking forward to sharing my list now.
We'll get we'll get
so,
to that in a second.
This might ruffle a few feathers.
Yep, it already
Number
has.
8, I'm putting Graduation.
That's a fucking terrible take.
It is not a terrible take, because you cannot have any album that has Barry Bonds, Drunken Hot Girls on it, and The Glory. No.
The Glory's great.
The Glory's fine.
The Glory's
or,
great.
Actually, you know what? Replace that with Big Brother then.
Big Brother's amazing.
No, it isn't.
Yeah,
Big
it is. That song is good.
That is
I like
a good
that song.
That is such a good fucking song. Listening to that and like the Jay-Z relationship. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, it's a great story.
Put that in the same conversation as Drunken Hot Girls?
Yeah, because it sounds like trash. Because it sounds like trash. It's not a good song.
Kyle, you should have stopped after just. You should have just stopped after Graduation.
I'm
and not
sticking on this
anything.
one. No, Big Brother is not a good song.
That is a fucking amazing song. That's one of the highlights. And ending the album with that is such a great album. For such a feel-good album, putting that in the conversation with Drunken Hot Girls, which might be one of the worst fucking songs I've ever heard. I agree, but putting that anywhere near is wrong. That's wrong.
Pop off, King.
Yeah.
Let them hear it.
Look, it's better than Drunken Hot Girls, and it's better than Barry Bonds.
So you put that album so low because of 2-3 songs?
And it's just, I like songs on it. Obviously, I love Good Morning. I like Champion, Good Life, but, and I Wonder, but I don't know. I just get bored by songs like, honestly,
Flash. Over Stronger.
I like Stronger, but it's in the same it's in the same category as like Gold Digger. I've just heard it too many times, and it's nothing against the song itself, but I just don't really care to hear it anymore at this point because I've just heard it too many times, and I like Homecoming. That's a cool song.
Love that song. That's up there,
and it's just, I don't know. It's not my vibe, a lot of it, and. Like, it's super feel good at its best, but I just think there's too many lulls to where I just get bored.
See, I agree with Drunken Hot Girls and Barry Bonds, especially with how good Barry Bonds should be. Especially at the time, it's Kanye and Lil Wayne at their peak. Like, it should have been amazing. But everything else, I think, there's a reason this is, like, in my top tier. Actually, everything else is so good.
The best song on this album, it might be, honestly, Everything I Am. I love Everything I Am. That's a great song.
Yeah, that is an amazing
And I want to make this very clear. I love every Kanye album. I just have to rank them relatively.
Every one?
Every single one?
I love every one of them, but number 9, and that is Jesus is King, because this album sucks fuck. I absolutely hate Jesus is King. It has 3 listenable songs, and that's Salah, Follow God, and Use This Gospel. Everything else.
How long were you waiting for this to drop out? How many times did you look like an absolute clown waiting for this to drop?
Waiting for every time, every release, every single time. I'm there for it. Like the biggest fucking clown you can imagine. And every single time, I wish it never came out. I wish I was still fucking waiting every single Saturday for this thing to drop, because that would be a better use of my time than the fucking 4 or 5 hours I've put into listening to this album since it came out. This album fucking stinks. Water is one of the worst songs I've ever heard. Hands On? Are you fucking kidding me?
That is an insult.
When you he's making an album called Jesus is King, except he doesn't really talk. He talks about his own relationship to Jesus. It's so, and not even that.
It's so Kanye.
It's Kanye in all the wrong fucking ways, because you're trying to make an album that's about something that's bigger than yourself, but all he does is talk about himself.
Yeah.
Closed on Sunday, you're my Chick-fil-A. Are you fucking kidding me?
I do want to mention the last third of that song is good, but that song is ass. Overall.
If you think I want to sit through the first 2/3 to get to that third, you have got me so wrong. Are you like that album stinks? I'd rather hear Kanye say "Get this place shaken" like Parkinson's than hear him talk about God one more fucking time on an album.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
One
What
song
a
that
disgrace.
I do like that you didn't mention, I do like "God Is," even though it's all talking about God and stuff. His singing on there is amazing. That's the one song
I
that
actually
love
like
that.
Everything We Need.
I couldn't even. I need to look at is that the Storm from? Yeah, I know them by the Yandi titles because I just listened to Yandi.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not
sure.
It was originally with XXS Tentacion. He has a verse on the Yandi. Oh yeah, that's a Ty Dolla $ign one.
Also,
That Al song, yeah.
where was the Young Thug feature?
Well, he was rapping about the devil. So
Yeah. Part of God, part of Christianity.
not on. Yeah.
What a fucking joke.
Not in the Bible, according to Ye.
This album is the biggest waste of 27 minutes I could ever even think of. Why do you open this album with Every Hour, which is just a snippet of a Sunday Service song? Also, Sunday Service has nothing to do with the rest of the album, so why even put that on here? And then at the end, you have Jesus is Lord, which is like a fifth of what was probably a full song at the end, but Kanye just said, fuck it, I don't want to finish it. I'm just going to slap this on the end because I'm talking about God. They'll love it. These stupid fucks will eat it up.
We need an outro.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Hold on, I got some. Let me put it together for you. Like, this is so fucking bad. This is the album Clips had to get back together for. What a fucking disgrace. Kenny G they don't deserve him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's fair.
this album
I agree.
sucks. And I have one more thing to say about my list. If we did include collaborations, I would be hard pressed to not put Kid See Goats number 1.
Interesting.
Really?
Yeah. It is.
I know you. I've obviously
fucking good.
known,
and I have not cooled off on that take either since it came out. I mean, every song on this album is incredible. And this is only 4 minutes shorter than Jesus is King too. Like
which is crazy.
Yeah, but here's the thing: it even feels like a longer album because everything is so complete. Everything is so actually packed. There's no filler. There's no lulls in it. Everything is good. It's got so many different influences. It's so many different themes. They're, rap, rock, everything. This is how you actually talk about faith in an album in an interesting way.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I really like that album. I don't love it as much as I think you and a lot of people who would put it as their number 1. But, I have no problem if someone said this is undisputedly the best. Kid See Ghost is the best. I have no problem with that take.
Feel the love in the beginning and then ending with the Cuddy montage. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God.
I think Cuddy Montage is my favorite song off the album.
I have a hard time picking one.
I think mine would be Feel the Love or Free. Those two are my two favorite. I love those. And I think it's going to be, for so long, and still to this day, we heard Power in a bunch of commercials and trailers for shit. I think with Fast and Furious using it, Feel the Love will turn into, another one that's in a bunch of trailers and, commercials for shit. I think that will be a new, staple for them using that.
I mean,
it's
Kanye...
just that badass.
We have a song, Kanye West, is literally just sounding like a gun.
Yeah.
How does it get better than that? It doesn't get better than
That's
Kanye
true.
saying
Yeah.
out of absolutely nowhere over Kid Cudi actually singing well. What a fucking dream this album is. It's perfect. And so to recap, number 1, Life of Pablo, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Late Registration, College Dropout, Yeezus, Yay, 808s, Graduation, Jesus is King, and while not ranked, I would probably put Kids See Ghosts as my spiritual number one.
Okay. We've been leading up to the definitive list.
The anchor.
Becker,
Don't set me up like
Becker,
that.
what-
Come on.
what do we have?
Well, it's going to be the most contentious because everyone's shitting on my number one album, and that's going to be 808 and Heartbreaks.
Oh, boy.
See, I'm not going to shit on that because I know what you listen to, and that makes a lot of
Like,
sense.
that's like the style of this album is just more my speed. I love every single song except Pinocchio's Story. That one can just be swiped off the album. But other than that, I can listen to this like cover to cover, like anytime. It doesn't matter what I'm
What's
doing.
your favorite song?
Well, it's gonna be
Don't say Love Lockdown.
no. I like Paranoid a lot. Paranoid might be my favorite one. I like RoboCop. I know you guys don't.
Oh, no.
I like that song. Streetlights is another good one. See You in My Nightmares. I like that one a lot, but you guys also hate that. But I don't know.
I
This
feel like parts of
Hate
that
is a
song-
strong word.
all right, dislike
Yeah.
it. Welcome to Heartbreak. Ooh, forgot that one. That one's super good.
So good.
Like
I
I could go into detail about like every single song on this album, but
I love at the end of Welcome to Heartbreak 2, where he's like talking about like he's going to the wedding and he didn't even get there by the time they cut the cake, and
Oh, yeah.
it's just like it's so weird how like hard that hits. And I know I shit on 808s a lot, but those first two songs you can feel it and it hits hard. But anyways, continue.
yeah. So I like that. I like this album. I can listen to it like whenever, like anytime. Next, number 2 is going to be Graduation. I
Yep.
pretty much love every single song except for like Barry Bonds, Drunken Hot Girls.
Yep.
I Wonder has to be my favorite song on that album. I could listen to that on repeat for hours.
I agree. That's a great one.
Flashing Lights, that is just a classic song that you like have to listen to. Like I agree with Stronger being like overplayed and just like, yeah, it's a good song. I'm not gonna discredit it, but I've heard it well like enough times to be like, okay, I don't need to listen to this again. But
Yeah.
like Flashing Lights and Homecoming, I can listen to those forever. Like
Yeah.
Homecoming, great song, and Big Brother, love that song, love the love the story behind it, really. Number 3, I'm going Life of Pablo.
Okay.
Most like my favorite song in this album has to be Highlights. I don't know why, I just think it slaps.
It does.
Yeah, it's just like I can listen to pretty much any song in this and be perfectly fine. No More Parties in LA is a classic.
Oh yeah.
Father Stretch My Hands, I'm playing that like anytime. Number 4, I'm going Yeezus. I love this album just because if I want to run through a brick wall, like Kyle said, I'm gonna turn this on and just go right into it.
Absolutely.
I listen to it all the time when I go like workout or weightlift or anything, and it just gets me pumped up. Like I can just lift every single weight in the room if I feel like it. If I'm listening to this.
Yep.
Makes me miss our workout sessions.
Yeah.
Makes me miss Becker's boot
Oh,
camp.
Yeah, BBC, Becker's Boot Camp.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Peyton loves BBC.
Yeah.
Loved it. Every
Becker's
second,
Boot Camp.
especially when Yeezus is playing.
The next 2, I am torn between. Like you could put them in either spot, but I'm gonna go with number 5 with Yay. It's a shorter album, which I don't mind, but I can listen. Every single song is great. Like there's not a single song that I don't like. Ghost Town, obviously, my favorite song. Yikes is like right up there next to it, but yeah, not as I could listen to this whenever. And then the next one after that, number 6, is going to be My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Okay.
I was wondering when
pretty
we were
low.
going to
Yeah,
get that.
it's
I was
low,
wondering.
but like most of the songs are fine. Like I can listen to it, but like Monster's okay. I haven't listened to it too much, so I can't really like make like an educated like thought I get behind it. But there's like a handful of songs that I have listened to, like Who Will Survive in America, Lost in the World, Blame
Oh
Game.
boy.
I like those I like those songs regardless of what anyone says.
Oh,
No,
yeah, that's
I
right.
like
You love
I
Blame
like
Game.
Lost in the World because I love the Bon Iver sample on that
Yep.
because I love the original song too. But Who
But yeah,
Will Survive in America is a tough listen.
I don't mind it. I like that. I just think it sounds cool. Like the beat behind it is neat. So that's number 6.
Survive in America.
And then the last 3. Well, okay, I should say the next 2. You can put them in whatever order, but like 7 I have for as late registration. It's just like I haven't really started listening to them until like graduation, so I never really went back to listen to late registration or college dropout. So, but like late registration is just like has Touch the Sky, Gold Digger, and those are like the main 2 songs off that I will listen to whenever. Like Touch the Sky is probably my favorite one off that album. And it's just, like, timeless. I can listen to that whenever. And then, like, College Dropout, the only song I really listen to off it would be... Ooh, what is it? The New Workout Plan. That's really all I listen to.
Yeah.
That's such a bang.
I know. And then,
Fucking love that song.
number 9, it has to be Jesus is King. Not a big Jesus guy, I'll say that right off the bat. So I'm not going
I
to...
tell you what, Christian Twitter is going to be all over us.
Yeah.
You fucked with the wrong.
I just don't want a man yelling at me of why he likes Jesus and everything. Not my cup of tea. Yeah, ass album. I'll just put it out there. Like Kyle said, there's like a.
Okay.
I forget who said it, but there's like 2 songs that are like actually you can listen to, and I only listen to it because of the beats. Like the words, I don't even care about. Like.
Yeah.
If I turn this
You
on,
basically have to shut your brain off to enjoy the album.
yeah, I'm just gonna listen to the beat.
Yeah.
And not even gonna listen to the words. Closed on Sunday. Absolutely hate that song. The moment I heard it, I'm like, this song is just complete ass. Like, why? Like, who thinks "You My Chick-fil-A" is a good line? That's just
Kanye.
Kanye does. I just hate.
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate it. People think it's funny. Oh, it's Chick-fil-A. Ha ha ha. No, it sucks ass.
Tell them.
So I guess just
I like Chick-fil-A. I
was going to say, don't talk shit about Chick-fil-A.
I've never had Chick-fil-A, so I can't really say shit about it.
It's very good. It actually lives up to its hype.
Yeah, but just to recap, just 808 number 1, Graduation 2, Life of Pablo 3, Yeezus 4, Yay 5, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy 6, and then Late Registration 7, College Dropout 8, and then Gap, and then last is Jesus is King.
Okay,
Couldn't
guys.
agree more.
I'm going to ask you guys a question,
Yeah.
and you have to give an answer.
Okay.
Oh.
It's going to be tough on the spot, but
Okay.
if by the power of God,
Oh.
Onja?
Of Jesus, he is
of
king.
Jesus is king,
Yeah.
if you could only listen to one Kanye West song for the rest of your, not like that's the only song you can listen, but the only one Kanye West song you could have like in your playlist that you could listen to, what would it be?
Devil in a New Dress.
I would
That was
go
quicker
with
than I thought it would come.
I would go with Father Stretch My Hands Part 1.
Okay.
Not part 2.
No, not Part 2. But I do like Part 2.
Ooh,
No,
this
I
is
go-
tough.
Mine would be All Falls Down. I love the chorus, and Kanye kind of spits bars in that song. I said it was my favorite song before, but
Shit.
I went with Devil in a New Dress because I think you can fit it in a lot of different kind of playlists. It's got a lot of different influences, a lot of different themes, but like Kanye's got a great verse. It's got a great beat, an amazing like interlude in the middle with the guitar solo, and then like I said before, I think that's Rick Ross's best bars that he ever had. So I just think it's a perfect Kanye song.
I chose Father Stretch My Hands Part 1 because, I don't know, it's already on all of, like, I put that on. That's one of the first songs I put on across the board. It's so happy, and it just makes my day when I listen to it. And the only thing that, like, made me think Devil's New Dress, it's just kind of short. That's the only reason why I'm like, I might do something else. But I think that's probably my most played song of all time on Spotify. That is.
You just love listening to Kanye talk about bleached assholes, huh?
Yeah.
I
guess so.
I guess my song, I guess I would just have to pick Paranoid. I just think that's my favorite, like one of my favorite songs of his, and if I just can't listen to it, I need to listen to it every now and again. I might not listen.
If I can't listen to it, I don't know what I'd do.
I mean, I don't listen to it like all the time, but like when I want to listen to it, I'm going to turn it on. And that's going to be the one song that I'm going to choose.
This just in.
I was just waiting for you to be like, blame game.
Shit.
No, because
I retract my previous statement. I'm listening to Blame Game.
Yeah. It acts as both a song and a podcast. Best of both worlds.
Yeezy reupholstered my pussy.
It's a Netflix special.
I've never seen this part of Pussy Town before.
Yeezy taught me.
I'm a buy the album. Shit, I'm gonna shoot a bootlegger.
I'm gonna shoot a bootlegger.
All right. With all that shit posting out of the way, one thing we can all agree on, even though we have different ranks, is that every album except Jesus is King is amazing. That he has done.
I must agree.
Yeah. Outside of Jesus is King, that album just man. But any last thoughts that you guys have?
Nope, I have none.
I hope he doesn't make Jesus is King again.
Jesus is King.
Release Yandhi.
Yeah, we want Yandhi.
Release Yandhi.
Yep, we do. I would love a full release of Yandhi. That would be much appreciated, Kanye. I know you're listening. So release Yandhi from the Farmcast. Also, get on the podcast and bring your boy Jesus. We're gonna blast you. That just about does it here for us at the Farmcast, talking a little Kanye West for you. Make sure you go and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at the Farmcast Pod. But not just that, follow us on Spotify and on Apple Music or Apple Podcasts, and give us a 5-star review there. It would be much appreciated. It helps the pod, and we like hearing some kind words every now and then. Even if you don't have kind words, make fun of us and give us a 5-star review. But that does it from us, and we'll see you on the next.
Can we wait 1 second? I got a review I think we should shout out.
Okay, yeah.
It is from. Let me pull it up real quick. It is from. This man's name is B Jensen 51. Shout out B Jensen 51.
Okay.
He says, rough around the edges, the Farmcast shows us just how intertwined sports and farming is in the United States. Not only can Brett Favre throw a pigskin, but he can also skin a pig, and the Farmcast has, in my opinion, come to typify such a duality.
Yeah.
You couldn't have summed it up better myself.
Thank you.
What a
for
review.
that review. That hits us, and we are very appreciated. But until next time, we'll see you guys later. Bye.